Hello there, and welcome back to episode 18 of Flame Throne. So, blood, carnage, and chaos in front of our doorsteps. There is a lot of goodness that has happened, a lot of bad things that have gone down as well. We have had a tantrum spiral in the previous episode, we have more dwarfs to bury than I am comfy with, and we're also digging out adamantine like crazy. It's almost as if this stuff seems to be cursed or anything like that. The more we dig out of that, the more tragedies happen. And to make matters worse, there has been a joint attack of the goblins and the elves. Sort of, at least. They at least decided to raid or play simultaneously. That is enough for me to get my cliches out and whack them hard with them. So, that all being said, we're today going to dive deeper into the realms of the depths. I will see what I can get myself adamantine-wise, and soon, maybe not today, but very, very soon, we're also going to start working with these sweet, sweet adamantine wafers. We're going to have some fun with these. So, what up for today? I mean, our progress down here has been magnificent. We are really, really coming along nicely, and, well, all I can say is that I want to station my troops a little bit more here, excavate more of that area, but most importantly, I want to lay down a couple of glass blocks and see whether or not we're able to go one realm deeper. The thing here is quite simple. There's so much raw adamantine around that. I really, really want to see what's happening there. What was the last fight? Just another of these chaos thingies. Alright. Cool. So, I gotta say, I'm very happy with how the fort comes along. Optically and internally and everything. Just quite shocking how many deaths are occurring in here. Speaking about deaths. Dodok. How could that happen? Did somebody lock the door and forget you there? This guy had so many tantrums until people killed each other. So I did what I had to do. Alrighty. So we're finding a big fat lava pocket down there. Two big fat lava pockets. Oh no, Dodok. And this is where we shall not dig. Hello, Vera. So this is the 100% the entrance to the underworld, so we better don't get close to that. But besides that, we can now safely punch a few caves in here. And start bucketing that stuff here. Let's do this. That should work. Okay. Well, we already knew about that water pocket here, obviously. I'm so stupid. Forgive me. Obviously. It's nonsense. Gugh. So, this is the way we do it, obviously. Bucket brigading this down until there is no more magma, giving us the cavities to work with, and let's see what that'll do. That's not how I wanted it. And this one. Oh, of course. Alright, that should do the trick eventually. It might take a while, but it's okay. So So we can remove these. We have already insight over that area. And I'd dare say we're smacking open a couple of tunnels here and there. Just to give that water a little bit more room. Ah, that's gonna be beautiful. It's more material for us to work with. Okay, so yeah, that's the end of this story. The Doc is buried with the people whose death he was, well, provoking, I would say. So they can argue until the end of times. So they killed my chief medical dwarf that day, hey? Wow. Okay, at least the assignments here are still the same, but good thing that I double-checked. That's all I can say. Alright. Chunking open that stuff. And let's put some floorboards on top of all these holes in the ground. I know I'm punching these holes also into the ground, but, you know, we're only doing this for the sake of widening the corridors and such. Okay. Beautiful. So, we need to transform that adamantine into gear. So let's do some experimentation. First up, I'll be assigning this workshop now to here, a legendary armorsmith. That's exactly what we want. And now I want some adamantine breastplate. Let's see how effing many wafers this will eat up. I will be shocked. That's all I know. Oh, there's enough sand for more glass blocks. Let's keep making more of these, as these are tremendously useful. 2 wafers. I expect something ruddy like 7 to 10. 3 wafers. Mind you, every single one of these wafers is worth 1,500 dwarf bucks. 4 wafers. 5 wafers. We should store the metal somewhere else, eh? And 6 wafers. 7. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's exactly as bad as I figured it would be. So, I'm losing track. But it's definitely in the double digits. So, yeah. Might be 12 or 10 to 12 or something like that. But at the end of the day, we have a magnificent breastplate that just is stronger than anything else we could think of. So that also means we just need a terrible lot more of that stuff. That is all what that means. Alrighty, so we can rip out this area there, this area there, this area there. We'll just keep that centerpiece as a warning. So let's use a impromptu well. One thing about that is it should lead to us using the water there for just the sake of quenching the magma down there. At least that's what I hope it does. So, the rest of that, we're going to dig our way a staircase. This is one of the most nasty tasks that I've set up for myself ever. To have such a tight hold on the adamantine industry, simply because adamantine is just, as you see there, only that squad of adamantine soldiers alone that I have set my mind upon will be a really high amount of adamantine necessary for. It's just what it is. But, well, it'd be boring without big goals, right? I mean, I already built a bridge over the ocean. What could be worse than that? This was by far the worst megastructure, directly followed by the pump stack down to the bellows of the earth. Firemind was one story that I really sort of regret, simply because it was just so effing much work to get the job done. Mostly because it was so freaking laggy. Yeah. That's been the major point there. Okay. Anyways. Enough of that. Let's see. How much of a benefit we can take out of that. The water, I mean. I really got no clue how smart it is to build these wells on top of that, but technically, once they are installed, my dwarves should be able to use that water to quench the fire there. So I see that as a very, very appealing goal. Okay. Quite the ungrateful task to probe a new floor. Always has been. Okay. So let's check with our written content. Meditations on breathing. So we have a book about pulmonary medicine. They love pulmonary medicine. Sutures. Obviously another book about sutures. And a book about incisions. Yeah. They do love cutting. For the love of Amok, these dwarves love cutting. Alright, let's see how if this works now. I'm really, really curious to see if they are drawing the water now from here. Technically, it should take a moment because they're needing a moment to reassign their job assignments, so to speak. And there is a magma pocket there. Let's take our advantage out of that. So, clearing out that floor goes down a lot faster than I had anticipated. So, if I'm connecting these two together, I think this should be enough evaporation space. But do I want to? And does it even work like that? I mean, technically, somebody could now finally be smart and just be running between these two water sources, but obviously they are not smart. So, we're trying to help these fools now by changing the standing orders. Okay, never mind. Okay. Adamantine. That's always a wonderful little thing about all that. So, yeah, those, as far as I can see, those wells were wishful thinking. The Bucket Brigade is not even remotely thinking about using this. Or, well, I did see somebody walking there now, and, okay, never mind. Maybe they use this water reservoir and I'm just, again, impatient as hell. It's one of my major traits, being impatient. So, we have insights over that area, so we can easily claim that. Oh, whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie. No, 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 no. This is as bad as it'll get. So, that's Spooktown. We're not going to open the door to Spooktown. No, no. Oh, I need to amp up the room there. I totally forgot. So, first up, that poor lad only has 2 chests and 2 cabinets, so let's change that. And then, why are so many art jobs getting randomly deleted in my fortress? They're getting deleted in the middle of the act. You see there, I mean, I do not assign half jobs. Never did that. Why should I? It's absolutely not how I operate. But this keeps happening in this fortress, and I don't know why. Bothers me quite a bit. So, yeah, it is absolutely wishful thinking. The most dwarves are still running to this well here for whatever reason that is. This is the preferred water source. Might be that these wells here are closer by, but doesn't matter for our dudes. They really don't care about that. Anyways, I think it is time to station our dominant craft friends again and have some jolly good fun here. Oh, or wait a sec, we don't need to take the risk. Let's go for a little bit of a more risk-free approach and slam this place with tons of doors. There we go. If you can't scry, you can still look on the corners. I mean, it's basically grasping for straws, I admit. But, well, sometimes you do what you gotta do. I just want to mitigate losses. I don't want to accidentally pour magma into my, into this room here, or accidentally release a web spitter. That would be fatal for the entire place here. So, we don't need to do that to ourselves, right? And sadly, well, there's nothing we can do. I mean, we could drain the magma ocean here, duh. Noob. But, yeah, I mean, technically it's not even that hard. We'd only need to obsidianize here and there. I mean, it's even technically sort of possible here. To cut this off, we have topside access to that. And here we'd also be able to, I guess? That one would be harder, but I don't want to ponder that method too much as I'm not keen on doing that, but yeah. Usually in Dwarf Fortress, if you can think yourself... oh, that's semi-molten rock. I can't do that, huh? If you can't think about something, you usually can't do it as well somehow. Even if it is something preposterous like draining the entire ocean or something like that. Question is usually just, can your FPS handle? Or can you handle to fulfill your big goal on a snail's pace, because your FPS are just going to be glacial after a while. So yeah, this is just not working out. They're sometimes picking up the water from there, but only sometimes. So I'm very sorry for Mabzuth. Oh shoot. Somebody just died there. Usually they don't take that swig of magma there, but this one did. Like I said, this place is demanding so many people. So, composed of flame, so that one is flimsy as hell as well. So we don't need to worry too badly about this guy's integrity. So we can shut off that pit. That one, not quite. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's just... Luckily, we have enough miners, alright? And, luckily, it's not always miners digging these fortifications and such. So, alright. Why, Serol? Alright, we need to forbid that door. It's very, very important, obviously. So... Okay, composed of flame also means that my peeps are basically unable to attack this creature. I see. My entire military squad is melting like ice in the sunshine. But, as far as I can see, the creature is dead. As are 6 of my best fighters. Ouch! Alright, memo to me. The ones composed out of fire are the worst. Oh, shoot. So, yeah, that was a severe blow. And that shows that we're not fighting harmless enemies here, so... Alright. The worst part about Dwarf Fortress's internal machinations lies in the fact that it doesn't tell you some things. Like, for example, the creature being composed out of fire was the dead giveaway that this was absolutely a lethal situation to be in. Didn't know? So many people died. So many legendary fighters died. Ugh. Gotta stomach that. And fill this entire chamber with coffins. Okay, so, memo to me, scorching banshees are really, really nasty little boogers. And this is, by the way, the reason why you cannot conquer the underworld just with soldiers. That is exactly the reason why this is just simply not doable. It is not possible. It will just fail eventually. You've seen that what one of these creatures was able to do. One of them. I mean, there is a chance that I only had this happening because there was smoke in the chamber already, but I gotta say it is not the first time that I had incidents like these happen around fiery enemies. I halfway expected something bad to happen, but in all honesty, I didn't expect it to be that horrible. But well... I am still shaky inside, alright? We just lost 60% of our best fighters. Yeah. Alright. Flame enemies, evil. Got it. And that's the reason why you just can't blindly tinker your way into this mess. That is exactly why. Meouch. Okay, we quenched the fires. The worst is over. I am feeling horrible about the fact that we have just incinerated so much talent. I know that I've been saying that before, but I still gotta digest that, alright? So... But hey, the fort is still alive, and that's the most important part. Yet still, I gotta say, we're never gonna be touching a flame banshee voluntarily ever again. These things are just more trouble than anything else. So yeah. All those masters, all those legends. Ah, well, we'll get over it. As we always do. Just pains me a bit, alright? I've been around these people for so long. Seriously, you kind of like know these guys eventually, and it really stings. Not as bad as a RimWorld colonist loss, in all honesty. This is way worse. But bad enough. Bad enough indeed. Alright. Luckily, with this door trick, we can usually avert the worst. I mean, it was just straight out sassiness from my end. It's also the very first time that we're taking a tussle with the demons of this world. It's also a thing that I gotta say. As the demons in each world are always the same, as should by now expect by this game, right? So, oof. But on the bright side, we're conquering the next floor relatively quickly now. We're ready to tackle the evaporation chamber here. And we're opening up this area up here more and more. I mean, this is a pretty safe way of tackling that problem that we're in, and that we are finding ourselves within. I'm pretty sure that here we're just gonna be chucking into semi-molten rock. It's pretty much the border of the map, so I'm taking a risk here. Alright. Bit by bit, moving forward. I mean, on the bright side, we might be losing people, but we're also gaining adamantine at the same rate. So, it's not all bad about this. We're also gaining stupendous amounts of gemstone. So there seems to be always a price to pay for progress, eh? So, we're taking this slow here, slow and careful. Down here, we have opened up that cavity. And now open up that next cavity. And this is now the danger zone. If we'd be open up that, we'd be toast. But we're smarter than that. Alrighty, so my good dear friends, it is that time of the episode again. And yeah, I am still shocked about how sudden this whole thing can always blow up in your face. That's something that does not stop shocking me. But on the other hand, we are making very, very good progress. Let's check out our adamantine count. So far, 37 wafers, and we already made one breastplate. So we are making progress. And down here, we are right now sitting in front of a massive wealth of adamantine that we can easily tap ourselves into. So all those deaths are not in vain, is all I can say. Only thing that I'm really bothered with is that we now have also lost a lot of our punching power with the loss of experienced personnel. It's a very, very recurring sort of a theme with fortresses like these for me. It's not the first time that this happens, and it's definitely not the last time that this happens. Adamantine fortresses have this unsavory behavior of just eating dwarfs like crazy, because it provokes you to greed and it provokes you to foolish actions. It is so gosh darned easy to make one tiny mistake that'll cost your life immediately. Yeah, there's just so many things that can go possibly wrong there that you need to take these into account. And that is the problem behind all that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Drop me your comments down below, leave me a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and as usual, in the description box you'll find a lot of Dwarf Fortress goodness waiting for you. You can also feel free to support the channel financially. There's also links down there for that. And a big thanks to all of you who do so, and a big thanks to you for watching this video up until the very end. It means a lot to me, and I hope you had a good time, and I hope you're going to tune on in for the next episode as well, when we hopefully will not incinerate so many of our people. See you there.